battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, what a move. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A first down throw for Young. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Here's the mic. 158's the mic. Bring it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Throwing it on first down. King under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Stop here, D. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double edge.
Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Well, that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set. Go to base. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. Let it go.
Here's King operating from the gun. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Mixon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking to throw. King. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Sponge. No. 66. Pull it. Half.
King throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 9, Young looking deep now for McCoy, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it.
Finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. King. Johnson's got it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. King. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 misses. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Young to throw it. Throw right side is caught by Biletnikoff. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Check 52. 29 is Mike 29.
The play fake. Now Young. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Third and long for Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Curtis. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now it's Tomlinson, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Young, this is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Young. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here is Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Back to throw. King. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now King off the play fake. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Young throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but now Young loses the football. It's stripped, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is King. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun again to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Mixon with it. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he missed his first couple hits there and puts his team up by more.
And while it wasn't absolutely crucial at that point, how great is that for his confidence to finally put one through the posts?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Final play of the half, Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
We got 3. We got 3.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
57.
Here's King. Off play action. And Diggs has it. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Young will set to throw. He's going to loft this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This is Tomlinson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Set, punt, 2, it's a gator. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd and 12, Young, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Back to you.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. King now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That throw by Young incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Third down, Young from the gun. finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Tomlinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 32. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Mixon with a first down.
Trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now, Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. King. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Back to throw. King, complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. The 24-yard line.
King off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now King on 3rd down. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double. Ball, trot.
Young looks to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Young working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
On fourth down, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. To throw is King. Throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 21 yards away. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
57's the mic. Lock up.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets past one man. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Kill.
Here's King on 3rd and 2. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Nixon will try the right side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch a slant.
2nd and 9 now. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. King now operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bengals, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.